What's up, riders? Welcome back to Gear Up Bike, the channel where we dive deep into the machines that define style, performance, and pure riding pleasure. Today, we're going retro with a modern twist because we're talking about a bike that captures the essence of old-school scrambler charm while delivering the reliability and efficiency of today's engineering. Get ready as we take a detailed look at the all-new 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125, a compact yet confident motorcycle that brings the fun back to every ride. When you first see the 2026 VanVan 125, it's almost impossible not to smile. It has that laid-back, beach cruiser attitude that Suzuki has refined over the years, blending a minimalistic look with practical features that make it perfect for city runs, weekend adventures, and even light off-road fun. The VanVan 125 stands out in an era dominated by sharp-edged sport bikes and bulky cruisers. It's charming, approachable, and unmistakably Suzuki. Let's start with the front profile. Suzuki kept that retro round headlight design that gives the bike its instantly recognizable face. It's now upgraded to an LED setup with a clear lens, offering a brighter, wider light for better visibility at night. The circular chrome bezel around the headlamp adds that vintage appeal, while the fork gaiters on the telescopic front suspension complete the classic scrambler aesthetic. The handlebars are wide and slightly raised, giving riders an upright, commanding position that feels natural and easy to control. Even in tight city traffic, this bike's maneuverability shines through, thanks to its lightweight frame and smart geometry. Moving to the side view, you really start to appreciate the bike's proportions. The 2026 VanVan 125 maintains its low-slung stance, sitting at just the right height for riders of all sizes. The long and flat seat stretches generously from the tank to the rear, offering plenty of room for both the rider and a passenger. Suzuki uses a high-density foam for better comfort on longer rides, and the textured seat cover adds a vintage touch that feels premium. The peanut-shaped fuel tank with its metallic paint job and retro graphics reflects light beautifully, giving it that old-school charm mixed with a modern gloss finish. You'll notice the blacked-out engine casing and exhaust, which give a slightly rugged tone to its character, while the fat balloon tires on both ends remind you that this isn't just a street bike, it's built to handle dirt roads and trails too. Underneath all that style lies a simple yet proven powertrain. The 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 is powered by a 124cc air-cooled, single-cylinder, fuel-injected engine that's tuned for torque and smooth power delivery. Suzuki didn't go for big horsepower numbers here. Instead, the focus is on usability, refinement, and reliability. This engine produces around 9.2 horsepower and 10 Nm of torque, which may not sound like much, but when paired with the bike's lightweight frame and low gearing, it feels punchy and eager at low to mid speeds. The throttle response is crisp, especially thanks to Suzuki's updated fuel injection system that enhances fuel efficiency and reduces emissions. Riding the VanVan 125 feels incredibly relaxed. The clutch is light, the gearbox shifts smoothly through its 5 gears, and the engine hums with a signature single-cylinder rhythm that's both nostalgic and satisfying. Whether you're cruising along the coast or weaving through congested streets, the bike feels confident and predictable. It's a machine that doesn't rush you, it invites you to enjoy the journey. The top speed sits around 100 km/h, but this bike isn't about chasing numbers, it's about the experience, the vibe, and the freedom of a simple ride. The exhaust note deserves a mention too. It has a mellow thump that complements the bike's personality, not too loud, but distinct enough to make you smile every time you twist the throttle. The updated exhaust design improves both performance and emissions while maintaining that signature deep tone. When it comes to handling, the 2026 VanVan 125 shines with its balance and ease of use. Thanks to its long wheelbase and low center of gravity, it feels stable even on rough terrain. The wide tires offer exceptional grip and shock absorption on gravel or sandy surfaces. Suspension duties are handled by telescopic forks at the front and dual shock absorbers at the rear, tuned for comfort rather than sportiness. That means you can take it on uneven roads without worrying about a harsh ride. The steering is light, and because of its compact size, it's incredibly easy to park, filter through traffic, or make quick turns. Braking performance is reliable, with a front disc and rear drum setup. The front disc offers adequate stopping power and bite, while the rear drum maintains a classic touch with progressive braking feel. For 2026, Suzuki has also included an optional single-channel ABS version in some markets, giving riders extra confidence on slippery roads. Now, let's talk about how it feels to actually live with this bike. One of the VanVan 125's biggest strengths is its comfort. The seat height is just around 770 mm, which makes it accessible for shorter riders, and the ergonomics are friendly for beginners. The handlebars, foot pegs, and seat alignment are designed to keep your back straight and arms relaxed. You can ride this bike for hours without fatigue. The wide seat also makes it surprisingly comfortable for two-up riding, something many small-capacity bikes struggle with. Fuel economy is another strong point. The updated engine with fuel injection and optimized combustion offers impressive efficiency around 45 to 50 km per liter depending on riding conditions. With its 6.5-liter tank, you can easily cover more than 250 km before needing a refill. For daily commuting, that's an absolute win. Maintenance is simple too. Suzuki's reliability is legendary, and the VanVan 125 continues that tradition with low running costs and easy-to-service components. In terms of features, Suzuki kept things simple yet modern. The instrument cluster now features a semi-digital display with an analog speedometer and a small LCD panel for the odometer, fuel gauge, and trip information. It's clear, minimal, and easy to read. You won't find Bluetooth or fancy connectivity features here, and that's kind of the point. The VanVan 125 keeps things pure and analog, focusing on the ride rather than distractions. Color options for 2026 include 3 striking choices: a classic metallic Triton blue, a vintage-inspired ivory white, and a sleek matte black edition that gives the bike a more rugged personality. The paint quality and detailing are top-notch, with Suzuki's signature deep gloss and precise finishing that make the VanVan 125 look far more premium than its price tag suggests. And speaking of price, Suzuki has positioned the 2026 VanVan 125 as an affordable yet stylish option in the 125cc category. Depending on the market, it's priced around $3,800 to $4,200, or approximately 420,000 to 480,000 Pakistani rupees. It's not the cheapest 125 out there, but it offers a distinct style and quality that justify the cost. It's a lifestyle machine, a statement piece for those who appreciate simplicity with flair. When you ride the VanVan, you realize it's not about high-speed thrills or aggressive cornering. It's about enjoying the open road, feeling the wind, and experiencing the classic essence of motorcycling in a modern, reliable package. It appeals to a very specific type of rider, someone who values design, nostalgia, and practicality all rolled into one. The 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 isn't trying to compete with sport bikes or commuters, it's carving its own lane. It's the perfect second bike for enthusiasts who already own a bigger motorcycle but want something light and fun for short rides. It's also ideal for beginners who want a bike that's easy to handle, confidence-inspiring, and full of character. Every curve of the bike tells a story, from its fat tires to its chrome accents, from its simple fuel tank to its sturdy rear rack option for carrying small luggage. It's the kind of bike that makes people turn their heads and ask, "What is that?" It's not intimidating, it's inviting. It's a reminder of why many of us fell in love with motorcycles in the first place. So, if you're looking for a motorcycle that's easy to live with, stylish to look at, and timeless in spirit, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 is absolutely worth considering. It might not break speed records, but it'll break the monotony of daily commuting with a smile on your face every single time you ride. And that's what makes it special. Before we wrap up, a quick shout out to Suzuki for keeping the VanVan alive in an age where retro-style bikes are often limited to high-capacity models. This is proof that you don't need a big engine to enjoy real motorcycling. You just need heart, simplicity, and that signature VanVan vibe. So, riders, what do you think of the new 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125? Would you take it for a beach run, a trail adventure, or a weekend ride through the city streets? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this detailed review and want more honest, in-depth looks at the latest motorcycles around the world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Gear Up Bike, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming reviews. Thanks for watching Gear Up Bike, where passion meets performance, and every ride tells a story. Ride safe, keep your gear up, and I'll catch you in the next one.